Hi guys, welcome to my podcast. I'm your host Betty, and I hope you guys are having a good week. As far as thinking of what I was going to talk about this week, I'm just gonna use an experience of something that happened recently. So today we're gonna be diving into a topic that many of us can relate to: the fight or flight. Right? If you have anxiety, you know what it means. Fight or flight. Like, it's different for all of us. But let's start with some basics. So the fight or flight response is a natural physiological reaction that prepares the body to face a perceived threat or danger. In the context of anxiety, this response can be triggered by various stressors, real or perceived. It is fascinating how our bodies react to stress. Anxiety often involves a heightened sensitivity to potential threats, whether they're physical or psychological. The fight or flight response can be activated even in situations that might not pose any immediate danger, leading to a range of symptoms from increased heart rate to sense of impending doom. So basically, why did I think about this week? Well, I think I've been on fight or flight mode for like years now, and yesterday it just happened. Sometime this week I was doing it. I was going to drop one of the kids, and then I was driving down. I saw a cop, and what did I do? I sped up. Instead of slowing down, my brain just sped up. I saw them. They were there. Like, what should I have done? Go slower, right? But instead I went faster. And then they were like following me. And it was like, okay, well, dummy. So finally, I stopped, and they're like, whoa, you were speeding. And I was like, okay, I just gave them my information, whatever. They only gave me a warning, which is good. I didn't try to fight or anything. And they just gave me a warning, but it was weird, because then I realized, like, why, if I see the cop, if I see they're there because people are speeding, why did I sped up? Just literally my brain just did whatever it wants. I thought there was like impending doom and I just needed to do something about it. And I just went faster instead of slower. Usually I don't do things like that, but it just felt like a very fight or flight response kind of moment. And it wasn't fun or anything. Definitely not fun. I am like very scarred from having, situations in the past with cops. So I do not like cops. I get very anxious, very nervous. I don't like cops in general. Just not that I don't like them. It's just that I just get very nervous about them. I don't know if it's because they have a gun, because they're people of power, because they can stop you. Like, there's literally, I'm one of those people that I'm probably not even doing anything wrong, and I'll probably just put my foot in my mouth and say that I was doing something wrong, because I don't know how to react to those kinds of things, because it makes me very, very anxious. So it is essential to explore how to cope with these kinds of situations. So in this case, mindfulness, deep breathing, and cognitive behavioral techniques are tools that can help us. So it's basically about developing an awareness of one's triggers and learning how to respond in a way that promotes calmness and resilience. Yesterday, in that case, I responded not very well, but once I stopped, I just calmed myself. I was getting a little panicky there for a little bit after a while when I was just sitting there. But I was able to not cry and, just keep it together kind of thing. And I was just trying to breathe and be like, okay, it wasn't even that bad. If I get a ticket, it's just a ticket. I'll just explain what happened, whatever. And I try to calm myself, but I did feel at some point that I was like about to have a panic attack. And it was like, oh, please no. Like I was just stopping myself, and I was like trying to like breathe and just not think about it, because then if I think, I just start overthinking, and then it just goes bananas from there. So basically we just have to learn how to be calm and resilient, which is very, very hard for people with anxiety. And this fight or flight response is just like, some people do it differently. In my case, it's like I start getting panicky. I've seen other people where they just get like angry, like you're putting them in a corner or something. Fight or flight, we all respond differently. If we're feeling in danger, like even if there's no danger, even if there's nothing, we have to like protect ourselves from that. In my case, I would be like, just get myself in a corner and cry, and I start getting a panic attack, and then I have to calm myself, or I have to find something else to do, like be on my phone, play a game, write something, write something down, or do something, just like get my brain out of this, because the brain controls so much. Like it's just crazy how much the brain does. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like the human experiences that we go through when it's relating to anxiety, it just feels like a kick in the butt. Basically, we're just trying to survive. We feel overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed like all the time. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm about to have a panic attack, and then I try to stop it, right? Because nobody wants to have a panic attack. Nobody. So, there's always treatment available. There's always understanding. So basically, it's very crucial for us to understand that we have to remain in control of our mental well-being. Like, we just have to like stay in control. We cannot let the anxiety control us, which, it's quite difficult, but we have to think that this is not, danger. Obviously, we have that fight or flight because, there is dangers in the world, but there's some things that happen and you're like, oh my God, why did I even act like that? It seems like it's not logical, but our brain puts us, basically our bodies are transmitting the same electrical something. Our bodies are sending signals to our brain saying, hey, I'm on fight or flight response right now, so help me. And our body responds the same way, as if we were in danger, because that's what our body is telling our brain. So it gets to be kind of like complicated, right? But I've had so many of those, honestly. Most than anything, I just wanted to say that I want you to remember that you're not alone, as I always tell you, and there are resources available to help you to navigate whatever the storm might be. And just remember, there's always someone there. I'm here. This fight or flight response, I know it's not something we can control, but we have to find outlets, and we have to find things we can do so it doesn't like overtake, and then we cannot do anything because we're just stuck in this fight or flight. So we gotta live our lives. We gotta relax. I know it's easier said than done. I get it, because they've told me, and I'm like, no, But I want to really appreciate you guys for being here again, for listening. And thank you really, really. If you've made it all the way through all these episodes, I want to really thank you, because it means a lot to me that somebody is listening, and know that there's always someone there. Even if, it's just a couple of people that are listening, I really appreciate it. It means that I'm doing something, and then people are getting something from what I'm doing, and that's all I want. So you guys gotta stay, follow, subscribe, and until next time, take care. Love you guys. Bye.